Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. All right. So you could do this sort of not cross multiple. It's kind of a cross multiplication thing, but the problem is that you might get a fraction that's too large. Okay.
Yeah, like 80 and
80.
80 and then 30 and yeah.
Right. Right. So the question is, though, could you get one that's smaller? And you can if you write out all the multiples. Okay.
40.
40. So I can see that it's 40 because I've seen, you know, thousands upon thousands of these, maybe more tens of thousands. But the point is, well, can you? So you have to know, you know, is it A, is it B, is it C? They all work if you can do them. I would go to 40. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so this is 28. This is 15. Subtract and you get 13 over 40. Let me know when you get that down and we'll move to the next question.
Okay.
All right, so number 2 here, kind of the same problem here. You're subtracting the fractions. 8 does not go into 12. You could multiply by 12, 8 by 12, 3 by 12. You can multiply the 11 and 12 by 8, but there is a smaller number. And if you're not sure, you've got to write out a few of them until you see it. All right, so we're going to make both of these fractions of 24. All right, so in the top here it's 22 minus 9, which is 13 over 24. I'd like to skip down to 5 if that's okay with you.
Yes, hang on. Yeah.
Got it?
That's
Right. So we got 2/7 plus 2/5. Okay. So kind of, again, like there's no way to make the 5 into the 7. So you got to start writing them out, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20, 7, 14, 21, 28. And you're like, darn, it's not matching up. So
you
it's
can
like,
also
wow.
multiply 7 times 5, which is 35.
Yes, and you'll find that that one actually is the least common multiple. So the nice thing is you can still get it by multiplying, but in this case, it is the least common multiple. So 10 plus 14, this is 24 over 35.
Yeah.
Any questions on that before we move to page 3? We can maybe do one more if you wanted, but I want to make sure we get to actually page 4. I want to make sure we get to these improper fractions, mixed numbers and stuff. Because that's probably new.
Okay, maybe let's just do one more.
Okay, let's do number 7.
Okay. 33.
Yes. So you can probably already do this before I write it down. Now, interestingly, in none of these problems have we had to reduce the fractions, and that could be coming.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll make a comment about pick 9 here. 9 is just like the ones we've been doing. You just have to substitute a number in first. So this is really 8 over 9 minus 1/2, because it tells you in the problem that b is 1/2 in all of them. So then you just do it the same way that we've been doing the last few problems. Any questions on that?
Would they all just be 1/2 plus?
Yes. Well, no,
Okay.
there's like the 8 is 1/2 plus 1/3 if you're looking at it.
Oh yeah.
9 is 8
But
ninths
all the
minus
answers
1.
are.
Yeah, you have to put the number in, then it just becomes just like the
Yeah.
previous problems we've been doing. All right, so I really want to get to 12 because there's more stuff here, which is it's sort of confusing. I don't really like these, but they're part of your class here. So so the first thing here is you're going to take this first number and you're going to break it into 5 plus 1.
Okay.
Okay. And then the second number, you're going to break into -3 minus 2/3.
Okay.
We can talk about why in a moment, but let's just go through one and see if we can get down steps here. What is 5 minus 3?
5 minus 3 is 2.
2. And then we've got this 1 minus 2/3. So I'm going to write it over here, 1 minus 2/3. You're going to rewrite the 1 as the same fraction bottom as on the right. So like you can think of 1 as really being 1 divided by 1, and you're going to multiply the top and bottom by 3. So it ends up being 3 over 3 minus 2 over 3. So we took that 1 and converted it into a fraction and then made it the same top and the same bottom. Okay.
Okay.
So now this is 3 over 3 minus 2 over 3. That's 1 over 3. And that would be your final answer. So we're going to do several more here. So if it was unclear or anything didn't quite get, we'll answer that in the next problem here. So let me know when you're ready. We'll move on to 13.
All right.
Sounds like you're ready. All right. Here we go. So 5 1/3 minus 2 3/4. So take this first number here, 5, and we're going to change this into 4 plus 1.
Okay.
We're gonna bring this down. That's 1/3. So this is one way to do it. You may have seen something different in class. I'm not sure, but this is how I've seen it be taught. -2 minus 3/4. So now you're going to take the 4 and the -2 and combine those. That's 2. Okay. So it's plus 1 plus 1/3 minus 3/4. So just like in the previous problem, we're going to take this 1 and we're going to convert it into 1 over 1.
Okay.
And then we really want to combine these two fractions, 1 over 1 and 1/3. So you're going to multiply the top and bottom by 3. So that's 3 over 3 plus 1 over 3 minus 3 over 4. So that becomes 2 plus 4/3 minus 3/4. And now you have to combine these two fractions here. And they've got a different bottom. So just bring that up here to the right to see. So you want to make a common denominator here,
Okay.
which I think you can see is 12.
Yeah.
Is this how you were doing it in class or something different?
Yeah. So you're,
It is. It is.
yes.
Oh, good. Good. Because there is another way to do it, which I, I prefer, but I think this is the way they teach it. So
I
we'll
mean,
go this
I think this is right. We didn't really get into it that much, so
way. Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well, this is 16 and this is 9. So that becomes 7 over 12. So you bring the 2 over, you bring the 7 over 12 down. That's your final answer.
Okay.
Let me know when you get all that down.
All right. All right.
Okay, here we go. Next problem here, 11 1/4 minus 9 3/8. Okay, so the reason we're doing it this way, which I didn't really tell you why, it's because the 1/4 is less than the 3/8.
Yeah.
So in every problem we've been doing, this fraction's been smaller than this fraction.
Yeah.
You go back and check that out. And it, because the issue is if you just take 11 minus 9, you get that works, that's 2, but you don't know, you're not yet doing 1/4 minus 3/8, although you could do it that way. So we take the 11 and break it into 10 plus 1 plus 1/4 minus 9 minus 3/8, like that.
Okay.
All right, now 10 minus 9 is 1, so we get that there, plus 1 plus 1/4 minus 3/8. So we're going to take this 1 and it's going to become 1 over 1 plus 1/4. And we really want to add those together. So we're going to multiply the top and bottom by 4. So it's 4 over 4 plus 1 over 4. What does that become? Should be 5 over 4, right?
Yes.
All right, now 5/4 minus 3/8. This time it is possible for the smaller number to go into the larger. And that's what you always look for first. Like you really want that. So you're going to multiply the top and bottom by 2. So it becomes 10 over 8 minus 3 over 8, which is 7 over 8. That's your final answer.
Okay.
So what do you think? I mean, we've done a couple here. What's your feeling on this?
I mean, it's a little complicated, but I'm feeling pretty confident with it.
Okay, you want to try 15 on your own? Ask me questions. See if you got it.
Okay.
Ask me questions. That really tests your understanding if you've got it or not.
Yeah, because I don't think I got it that early. But
So it's the same steps, right? You're going to break this 5 apart. Okay, so that's your
like the
starting
5
point.
and the 4, 1. Okay, split the 2. I don't think it's right, but I got 1 6/7.
Yeah, it doesn't sound quite right here.
No.
So 5 becomes 4 plus 1 plus 3 over 10 minus 3 minus 1/2. Do you have that written down?
Yes.
Okay, so you start with the 4 and the minus 3, that's 1. Plus 1 plus 3 over 10 minus 1/2. Any questions on that?
I got that down.
Okay, so now you take this 1, the 1 turns into a 1 over 1. Okay, so you're gonna make a common denominator here of 10. So that's 10 over 10 plus 3 over 10. That becomes 13 over 10.
So
Is that okay? I mean, did you get there?
yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
now you gotta make a common denominator between 1 over 10 and 1/2. So you're gonna multiply by 5. 13 over 10 minus 5 over 10. What does that become?
Would become 8 over 10.
Good.
And then what does 8 over 10? Okay.
Because now one more step here, you've got to reduce.
Okay.
So you can divide the top and bottom by 2 here.
Okay, so that's
Yep.
4. Sorry,
All right, so let's keep going here. Let me know when you get all that down.
I have it all.
Okay, so this time the 8 for 16 is going to become 7 plus 1 minus 6 minus 4 over 7. So 16 is actually more like number 12 that we started with. Right, so you start with 7 minus 6, that becomes 1 plus 1 minus 4 over 7. Is that okay? Is that clear?
Yes.
So the middle one, that's the one we're focusing on. That becomes the 1 over 1 minus the 4 over 7. So you want to make a common denominator.
Okay.
So that's 7 over 7 minus 4 over 7. What does this become?
It would become 3 over 7.
That's right, 1 and 3 over 7. Very good. And 3 over 7 does not reduce, so you know you're done there.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna look at 17 next.
Okay.
20 and 1/6 minus 4 over 9. Again, I'll repeat this from earlier. 1/6 is less than 4 over 9, which is why we're using this approach.
Okay.
So 20 becomes 19 plus 1 plus 1/6 minus 7 minus 4 over 9.
Okay.
So take 19, subtract 7. That's 12. Okay, now this 1 has to match up with the 6. So it becomes 6 over 6 plus 1 over 6.
Okay.
what does that fraction become there in the middle?
It would become 7/6.
7/6, very good. And then you subtract 4/9. You've got to make least common multiple here. It ends up being 18. Okay, so that's 21 minus 8. What does the final answer become?
It would become so
13 over 18.
So then it'd be 12 over 13, 18. 12,
Yes.
13, 18.
Yes. Very good. All right, so let's get this last one done before run out of time here. All right, so notice on this problem that the 3/4 is actually greater than the 1/2. So you don't have to do the method we just have been doing.
Okay.
You end up just looking at this as 10 plus 3/4 minus 6 minus 1/2. So notice you're not breaking apart the 10. So this becomes 10 minus 6. What is 10 minus 6?
10 minus 6 is 4.
Okay, and then it's 3/4 minus 1/2. So you've got to make a common denominator there on the right. What does that become?
That would become so 4. One over 4.
Yep, so 4 and 1/4. All right. So a lot of steps
Yes.
there. Maybe try working a few of those out on
Okay.
your own if you can. Just stop